In episode 7, this one is about showers. So whether you've got an existing shower that stopped working and you want to replace it, or you're looking at putting a shower in for the very first time where there wasn't one before. We're going to discuss the options here and whether you need an electrician or a plumber or both. So we're going to go through it step by step. So first up, if you've got a shower that's existing and that's broke and you're going to replace it, you're going to have the pipe work there already and the connection there already. Now, what a lot of people do is then some people want to save a bit of money and rush out and get one of their own from one of the big stores or whatever where they've spotted an offer. What often happens then is that shower isn't configured the same way as the one that's on. So there's a couple of things to watch for. First of all, the power. So whether it was 8.5 kilowatts, 9.5 kilowatt, 10.5 kilowatt, whatever, that has to match up with what you're putting in. Now, the cable size matters for that. I already discussed cable size in a previous episode if you want to go back and have a look at that. So you can put a lower rating on a big cable size, but you cannot put a higher rating on a smaller cable size. That's the first thing. The second thing is the electrical and the plumbing connections. So if the plumbing connections are, let's say it comes in and angles and goes into the left. If you've got a shower that doesn't come in that way, then you have to modify that connection. It might be easy to do, it might not. It also depends on where the electrical connection is. That might come through a fixed hole in the wall. So you might not have the option to move it. It might come through a hole that was put in a tile, whether that's a basic tile or a porcelain tile. If you move things about the position, it could look ugly, especially in those cases where it's been put on and then tiled around, so you would have a gap. So that's a couple of things to consider. You need to try and get one that is going to fit in place of the old one, and also where the connections come in, whether it's bottom up, left or right on the pipe, or whether it's the side entry, or whether the electrical connection is left or right, and whether it's in the middle or high up, because there's all these different options. So there are some multi-fit showers out there. They tend to be good for replacing, but you need to know, or you need to tell an electrician what you have that you're replacing and what you've got that you want to replace it with, and they'll be able to tell you whether it's compatible or not by looking, hopefully without even having to take the lid off. But if it's a really obsolete one, pop round during quoting and take the lid off and have a look. Next up is if you've got a brand new shower and you've never had any shower there before. So let's say it was a mixer before and now you're going to put an electric one in. So in that case, you will be putting both new pipework and new cable in. Who needs to be there first? That doesn't actually matter, but as long as you work with where that shower is going to go and you both mark your positions, then you can put it in where you want. Now, if it's just basic tweaks, I do things like modify a little bit of pipework at the end, but plumbing isn't my trade. So I can do some joints, make them off, redo them if they're a bit rotten, that sort of thing, but not a full install, not from a tap to the shower sort of thing. That's why you need a plumber. So you do need both trades. So I hope that's been useful. Any other questions, pop them below in the comments. Give me some likes, give me some shares, give me whatever gratitude you've got. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next episode.